So this cargo ship that I'm following here is in real time, and we're at the Tampa Bay, and we're at the rest area park on the south end of 275, the bridge. And I'm just going to quickly scan over and show you the bridge. There's the Skyway Bridge. Okay. And here's the end of the bridge on the south end where you go on. And we're in the little park. Okay, still in real time, haven't stopped the film, scanning back, and it's not easy to find these boats, so I'm not going to let it get too far away. There it is. Okay, I'm going to zoom out where I'm standing. Okay, you can barely see it. And now I'm scanning back in. There it is, full size. Hold on, let me get her. Okay. And so I'm going to scan back out just a little bit, zoom back out a little bit so that we can watch it full size, just about up close. And I'm going to put it in the left side. Whoop, hold on, lost it. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put it on the left side of the screen here. And it's just, well, you know, this is how not easy this is. Don't touch anything. Okay, so there it is on the left side, and I'm just going to let it progress across the screen. Long, boring film, but if I cut the film, then I won't be able to prove that I followed it all the way out. There's a boat closer. Now in the background back there, you can barely see it because it's so hazy here. And the heat, it's starting to pick up, and that also hazes the background. But that is that St. Pete over there I'm looking at, or is that Tampa? I'm looking at the St. Pete, Florida skyline, and I'll put on the screen, I'll overlay on the screen later the exact distance point from where I'm standing to where the skyline is over there. It'll be approximate, but compared to the park where I'm standing and over there, that is not a mirage, because I can look right up with my own naked eye and see it over there just as clear as day. So if I scan back out, okay, the boat is progressing out to into the bay, to a port, but I can scan back out and see what you see with the naked eye. And now we're back on the boat. Okay. Scan back a little bit. We're still following the same boat. Now I'm going to show you ahead of it what you would see. And that is what looks like a horizon line. What looks like is curvature to our eye, because that's what we've been taught to believe, that boat goes and disappears and we can't see it anymore, then it dropped over the curvature of the earth. How far would you guys say that boat is out there? Mile, 3/4 of the red one. The red boat right there, the red ship. How far would you say that is out there?
A couple miles.
Couple miles? Okay, it's pretty big. It's a big cargo ship.
That's so hard to tell.
Okay, so as you can see, as I progress the camera, and then I scan back, you can see how far away it is. And there she is again. Sorry for the jostling. It's not easy that far away to keep a focus on something. I'm fully zoomed out. 20 times optical zoom. That's a buoy or channel marker out there that I can't even hardly see. It's just a little speck with my naked eye.
Pushes everything away, and it shapes galaxies into perfect disks instead of balls. And I studied this for so long. What is that? What's this force? And of course, dark matter also exists.
Camera's starting to have a little trouble zooming out there.
That's why,
And I'm still running on the film, but I'm going to move my tripod because pretty soon I'm not going to be able to see it because there's some vegetation over here to my right. So I'm going to try to keep it on there.
It'll be awesome. It'll be awesome. This was a good first try.
There it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. Okay, readjusting the tripod. Yeah, that's not easy. Okay. And it's digging in the sand a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to zoom back out again, or zoom back in again and out to show you how far away that puppy is. Okay. Alright, still progressing. So what you're looking at here is what is called convergence. It's not exactly what we've been taught to believe is a horizon line, even though that's what it is. That's created by our perspective, our ability to see where the two different elements meet together, the water and the sky. Those two elements are what makes via your perspective, makes a horizon line. And we've always been taught that that's curvature. But what that actually is where you have two different elements coming together, is a line of convergence. So if you think about it this way, if you had a set of double doors, and the line where they close together would be where they converge. So if you took those double doors and you turned them sideways and made a horizon line out of it, that's the line of convergence. So that's what we're seeing here, because if I took this camera and I pointed it up at the sky, there's another boat coming into the picture, coming toward us. Interesting. And but let me show you that if I zoom all the way out, you can't even see that puppy. Barely a speck. So there we are. There's the boat. You can see the reflection of the heat line on the water. And so it looks like the bottom of the boat is disappearing, but that part is sort of a mirage, the same as you would see on a desert.
That's how everything's constructed.
So this line of convergence is where these two elements come together, because if I pointed this camera straight up at the sky and focused out on the moon or the sun or something, I'd be able to see a lot farther, because there's nothing between me and the sky. It's just one element. There is no convergence. So this boat looks like it's sitting kind of almost out of the water, and the bottom of it is starting to disappear, the red. If you run your film back, you'll see that that's a very deep boat as far as the red part of it. But the bottom of it is disappearing into the water, it appears, because the convergence line is starting to eat it up.
I could actually probably draw that cat. I can figure out.
See how it looks like it's sinking? It hasn't sunk at all. That boat is sitting out of the water just as much as it was when I first put the camera on it.
I'll just calculate that based on the curvature and draw I'll just draw a line, extend the lines up to where the roof should be, and then measure the roof.
Now I am fully zoomed out. That's as zoomed out as I can get.
Show that the roof.
And now let me see how it's sinking into the water. It's sinking into the line of convergence. Because we know this boat isn't sinking, or the Coast Guard would have to be called. Okay, now I'm going to zoom back. And you can't see the boat, can you? What happened to the boat? Oh, there it is. Now you can't see any of the red anymore. You can see that glassy surface image where there's sort of the miragey part of it, and that's the heat on top of the water and the moisture in the water. So the boat hasn't actually sunk over the horizon. It hasn't gone over the curve, because there is no curve. But you can clearly see the top of the boat, and that's why they try to tell you that, oh, you know, the boat's sinking over the horizon, and that's why the bottom goes away first. And I'm showing you right here that that's not true. That's not what's happening. The bottom of the boat is being consumed by the line of conversion. Where the two elements are coming together. So, starting to lose it in my zoom, but you can see that with your naked eye, you already lost it. Okay? And there it is. Just barely the top of it now is showing. But the bay goes on and on and on for miles up in there, headed towards Tampa. So I'm gonna hold the camera on it until the line of conversion consumes the boat, not the curvature. Once again, I'm going to zoom back out, or back in. And there's a guy in a kayak right here in the foreground. And this is the same way the sun seems to sink into the ocean, or seems to sink into the distance into the horizon when it so-called sets. It hasn't set at all. It's just dropped below the line of conversion. It's dropped below the perspective of horizon. When you look at something, either with a camera or with your naked eye, because they're both lenses, it's the equivalent of looking through the bottom of a pyramid, for example, and if you took a pyramid and you uprooted it from the ground and you took the bottom off and you look through the hollow pyramid through the point at the end, that is what your eye sees like. All things come together at a vanishing point. Same thing happens with train tracks. Stop walking in front of my camera, please. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm watching this giant ship sink into the line of convergence out there. It didn't sink into the water because it's sitting above the water, it kind of looks, because, oh boy, I think I lost it finally. Nope, there it is. There it is. Zooming again. Hello, where'd the boat go? Hello, there it is. Barely got the top left. It's being enveloped by the line of conversion. There's that buoy. You can see that buoy sitting on top of the water. I have no idea how many miles away this boat is now, but it's out there, so I can't see it when I look up. Zooming out again, zooming in again. Hello, bye boat. And there it is again. So the bottom of the boat has not disappeared over the horizon. It hasn't gone over the curve, because if it had, I wouldn't be able to see the top anymore either, because it would be, the top of the boat would be pointing out away. Barely even tell it's a boat anymore, because it's being hazed out by the atmosphere. Now, if I just told you that right now, that if you just started seeing this image right now, if I told you that was a great big cargo ship with a big red hull, you'd go, say what? Kidding me, right? You can see the haze in the water. That's the heat. It's starting to get really hot. Hey you guys, what time is it? 8:48 in the morning. And and the date is July 3rd, 2015. And I'm standing in the same spot. I'm probably about 3 or 4 feet above sea level where I'm standing on the beach. And that thing is hardly looking like a boat anymore. And it's about to disappear into the line of convergence. Pretty fascinating. Before I became a flat earth believer, I would have never taken the time to do this. I never would have thought to do it. I would just said, whoop, they're gone, the boat's gone, and went over the curve of the horizon because I was taught I live on a ball, spinning through space. And now I realize I don't. I was lied to. I was punked. I was fooled. And I know why. Because if they make me believe I live on a spinning ball flying through space, I'm pretty much at their mercy. Because that would mean I just am here because of some Big Bang thing that happened, and because I evolved out of some little pond puppy in the bottom of the muck. It came from an amoeba. So that just looks like a gray smudge out there on the water. And that looks like a pretty flat horizon line. But until I can't see it anymore, I'm gonna let this camera run. That's a boat. That's that big red boat. Still out there. Same boat. Yeah. Same boat. I got a little bit of the top left of it. And that's my science experiment for today. And I'm going to continue to do experiments like this until somebody convinces me that I'm talking here. A little smudge is the top of the boat. And I haven't turned the camera off yet. And I don't have much time left on my battery. But you get the point. There's a boat right in the foreground. See that boat? You can't even see that boat. And there we go. Scanning.
And again, we're also kind of going on.
Can't be a mix of other things.
And I lost it. Or is that it? That might be it. The smudge. So now you see There's no curvature. There's just a line of convergence. And there you go. And have a nice day. Thanks for watching.